I knew her.
You were constantly competing with me. She was my wife, Jane. My wife!
Jane and Fiona are the best of friends. They both decided to work together despite Jane's financial struggles. Fiona loves her best friend so much that even though she has found love in Gemma, she still wants Jane around.
Oh, sorry. What did you wish for?
To meet you.
Jane never knew Fiona is struggling with depression. All she knows, everything is going well with their work and their families. As Fiona married Gemma, Jane was dating Alec, who is a psychologist. Everything changed so abruptly when Fiona suddenly dies. Jane's world took a downfall as if she'd lost a sister.
It's Jane, Fiona's best friend.
I'm so sorry. So sorry, Jane. Thank you.
During the funeral, it seems awkward between Jane and Gemma as both of them loves Fiona so much. They both try to cope with their grief and not to think about the reason of Fiona's death. Jane, however, feels that she has the responsibility to help take care of Gemma, especially Bailey, who has been diagnosed with ADHD. Jane overhears a conversation about Fiona's death, and she can't control her emotions as she confronts them.
To figure out if she had enough reason to kill herself.
Oh, no. We are...
How would you feel if your husband fucking killed himself and I was ripping apart the superficial aspects of his life?
But Gemma came and tried to calm down Jane. Gemma has her own way of coping for her grief. Unlike Gemma, Jane struggles so much as she is used to have Fiona with her and make decisions, especially when it comes to her work. It keeps haunting Jane the moment Fiona tells her she is coming back, but what happened next was just so heartbreaking.
Be right back. I'll be right back.
As she went back to their workplace, she saw flowers being offered to Fiona. She checks on her laptop and tries to search for any secret message about Fiona's death. But she never found any except Fiona's wedding ring. A backstory shows the very moment they started their work and saw the place for the first time. Jane was so grateful to Fiona as she never left her alone and even decided to put in her money.
This is your dream.
It's our dream. Your money.
Gemma seems to cope well with her grief as she goes on with her work, but her co-workers advise her to take time off, but she doesn't want to.
Given the current circumstances, it's just best not to overload you right now.
I brought this merger to the firm, Larry. I've got it under control.
Jane came to see Gemma to give Fiona's things. Gemma gave Jane papers to sign for the remaining money on Fiona's account. Jane doesn't want to take it, but Gemma insists. Then she noticed Jane's wearing Fiona's wedding ring.
Where did you get that?
Oh, I found it on P's desk. I didn't want to lose it, so...
She never took this off.
Gemma shares that she is going to get a nanny for Bailey. Jane realizes she has to be there for them, so she offered to look after Bailey.
Don't you want someone who knows him like you do, like Fee did?
I can't ask that of you.
You didn't. I'm offering.
She starts to befriend Bailey as she needs to learn how to take care of him, who has ADHD.
First kid in class?
Yes.
I bet you are. Can I have some?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
They went to see Bailey's psychologist, and to her surprise, she saw Alec. Jane and Alec broke up but remained good friends. Alec asked Jane how well she is coping with her grief and if she is seeing someone.
Are you seeing anyone?
No.
It was a struggle for Jane to take care of Bailey, especially when he has tantrums, but she never gave up. Gemma came home late and noticed Jane's hair, and she starts to comb her hair. Then she can't control her emotions as she sees Fiona's hair all over her comb.
What do I do with this?
Just don't throw it away.
They both started to share their moments with Fiona. They just missed her so much. When Fiona was still alive, they weren't that close and even felt that they're competing for Fiona's attention. Now that they need to really get along for Bailey, Jane tries to give her time to help them. Bailey's teacher calls and asks her to pick up Bailey. To her surprise, she gets a bad feedback on Bailey's behavior, and she gets upset towards the school and the teacher.
Right, right. But his mom just died. So, like, I mean, can you even imagine what that's like for him?
She calms down Bailey and was able to convince him to take a shower. Then Gemma came and suddenly sees Fiona with Bailey, but it was actually Jane. She gets upset and tells Jane to leave. All along, Jane thought she is helping Gemma and Bailey, but it's like she is just making things worse.
Sure, you can't take a bathtub with a 7-year-old. You can't just come around here and do whatever you want to do. Whatever it is.
Because he wouldn't bathe. He had piss all over himself.
Oh my God, you're not a parent. You couldn't possibly understand. I don't know why I thought you.
She calls Alec and then spend the night with him and his friends. A conversation about relationship comes up and talks about how a lesbian handles her feelings.
I'm so sorry about Faye. Thanks.
Sorry. Lesbian for dummies?
Okay, how about this? I used to undress in front of Faye all the time, never an issue.
Gemma leaves a voice message for Jane telling her that she decides to look for a nanny for Bailey. Then she realizes it's the Passover and that is something important for Gemma to celebrate as a Jewish. She drives her way back to Gemma to give to Bailey a gift. Gemma sees how much Bailey wants Jane around, so they went together to see Fiona's mom. This was the moment Gemma and Jane come to terms and not to think about their differences. It's all about missing Fiona and their love for her.
I look at him and I just see her.
Do everything you can to make it right.
How did she do what she did?
They both decide to sleep in one room, and that's when their emotions took over as they made love for the first time. Ruth noticed the sudden closeness of Gemma and Jane. Then she warns Jane and tells her how come she suddenly might feel like she's a lesbian.
You're kidding yourself if you think you're all of a sudden gay. Give me a break.
Wait, what?
As they went back home, Gemma asked Jane if she can stay with them and she can look after Bailey. Jane seems confused on what she feels towards Gemma, so she went to see Alec and asked him if she is now a lesbian.
I'm only telling you because I need your professional opinion.
Here's a question for you. Did you enjoy it?
Jane and Gemma had another romantic moment and shared a kiss, and they now started their relationship as a couple. It wasn't that easy for them, especially when it comes to Bailey. Jane feels as if she is hurting Fiona for what she has done, then tells Gemma if they would just end their relationship. Jane is surprised to see antidepressant medication for Fiona. She is surprised to know that Fiona was actually seeing Alec for her anxiety. She confronts Gemma about it, but she insists she doesn't know Fiona was taking those medications. Jane confronts Alec as well and tells Jane he really wants to tell her about it. Alec tells him that Fiona was feeling depressed about getting pregnant and that she can't leave Jane alone. Jane believes that the medication made Fiona worse and that Alec should be responsible for Fiona's death. Gemma and Jane decide to end their relationship as they realize they both are just really missing Fiona and this won't help them heal. But Jane tells Gemma she loves her. Ruth came to see Jane and convinced her to get up and fix herself and that she needs to go on living. She finally decides to let go of Fiona and accept her death. Then she came to see Gemma and Bailey and Ruth as they spread Fiona's ashes.
Want more queer content? Then please subscribe and hit the notification bell.